Hey, this is Brandon Chase from Season 5 of The Voice, and you're listening to Dispatch Radio.
All right, folks, welcome back to Dispatch Radio, brought to you by theglobaldispatch.com, and we have a great guest back with us now. We've talked about Bering Sea Gold several times on the show. She's the only female gold miner. We talked to her before. She's the only female dredge owner, and the show's back for its fourth season, and Emily's back with us as well. Emily Riedel. How are you doing, Emily?
Hey, I'm doing well. I have to warn you, the phone service here, there's this massive delay, so because I'm in the Arctic, in the middle of nowhere, so just a heads up on that. But other than that, great.
Well, I understand it's very cold there. To give everybody an idea of how cold it really is where you are.
Yeah, the temperature difference between you and me right now is quite extreme, 80 to negative 20.
Negative 20. That's incredible. That's incredible. All right. So Bering Sea Gold's back for a fourth season. I know the premiere aired on Friday. We're a couple of days behind that. But catch everybody a little bit on how things went for you in Season 3 and, you know, kind of what the fallout from that was.
Well, Season 3 was a lot of downs. One major up, when I first took over the dredge and had a really great summer season, and then the following ice season was a completely dismal failure. That tends to be the case in gold mining. You never really know what to expect. If things are in your favor, or if not. And the fourth season was, I'd say, of both. A lot of pretty consistent failures and successes, and I never really knew. It was polarized. It was a day by day situation. It was impossible to predict crew or equipment or gold. Every day was a complete surprise to me, I feel.
How challenging is it for you to press on and through that? I mean, when you're having the difficulties, you've got all this incredible equipment, the challenge of the elements, all these different things. And how do you press on, and how do you motivate others?
Oh, you just kind of stop thinking after a while. No, I mean, literally, you just kind of put your head down and bulldoze through at times. At times, you can be kind of like a philosopher and a dreamer about the whole business and be like, I love gold mining, this is awesome. And then when things get really tough, you just kind of have to bulldoze other people as well. That's the hardest thing is like you don't have to worry. I don't worry so much about my own mental state and known, but I am like constantly concerned about my crew's mental state and, keeping them motivated, keeping them out of the bars and on the job. It's definitely tough.
Well, I know that, especially coming out of Season 3 where things didn't go well, and you set a pretty lofty goal of 400 ounces, and that's a very, very, difficult challenge to get to that point. And, do you sort of kind of have to do the, pep talk, get everybody pumped up to kind of head into that kind of thing? And then what is the reality show factor of that whenever, you got film crews and all the other stuff that's kind of happening side by side with that? How do you kind of keep everybody focused on the job?
Yeah, with the presence of film crews, it's definitely hard to keep the job going. A lot of the times, you're just trying to do your job, and you have to kind of worry about this dude from LA with a camera in your face asking me questions. And a lot of the time, I take my gold mining job within my television job, so there's a lot of battles, a lot of clashes between me and Los Angeles. But, I don't know, I set lofty goals every season, and I really hope to attain them, and I work as hard as I can to attain them. And if they don't work out, then I'm going to set lofty goals next season, and then I'm going to keep on setting lofty goals until I achieve them, and that's just how it works up here.
We're talking to Emily Riedel. Bering Sea Gold is on Discovery Channel. We're headed into the fourth season. It airs every Friday at 10 p.m. here in the East Coast. And if you're listening to this online, catch it local listings on your area. Again, that's on Discovery Channel. And Emily, you follow in your father's footsteps. You're the only female, dredger out there on the show and that kind of thing. So is it now we've gotten through a pretty decent span period of time, is everybody kind of softened to that a little bit? They're a little bit more accepting of all that, or do you still kind of feel like you're being treated as the outsider and maybe even being looked down upon?
Well, there was a lot of that when I first got up here, for sure. First 2 to 3 years of being up here, there's a great deal of that. But the dynamic has changed. People are definitely more accepting of my presence here and what I want to achieve here. It was like wading through quicksand when I first started, and I did not have a lot of encouragement or support. A lot of people just kind of saw me as somebody to potentially take advantage of. But you just but that's anything though. You have to if you want to try to like aim for something big, you have to really throw yourself amongst the wolves and learn how to grow a set of teeth. Like so it doesn't surprise me that it was so hard. But and those little battles, I'm not afraid of them anymore. I've fought so many at this point. It's kind of like, all right, come on, what's next?
Wow, that's an incredible mindset, folks. And if you're not familiar with the show, Emily is definitely wide open on this show. She's gone through incredible roller coaster ride that's been documented on the show. Obviously, with Zeke Tenoff's got a role in the show that's been she was very close to, and of course, there's the passing of a coworker, John Bunce, and of course, the difficulties with her father, and of course, just the entire climate and content of just mining is in and of itself just extraordinary, exhausting, and just I can't even imagine doing what you guys do. And how do you turn that off and escape from that? And when you guys do that, I mean, obviously you probably get identified, in the grocery store kind of thing. Hey, aren't you on that reality show? How do you sort of kind of
Yeah.
turn that off and disconnect or unplug from that a little bit?
I'm realizing that I'm like laughing a lot as I'm talking about how hard it is here, and that's just kind of like a way of kind of offsetting the whole
dealing with it, right? You almost kind of have to laugh at how absurd -20 is, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. If you're not laughing at -20, then you're probably dead. But no, I mean, I have no problem turning all that off. The response from the show. I mean, I really appreciate receiving love and support from fans of the show always. But being recognized in the grocery store, being a part of it, you just kind of put your blinders up and kind of stay focused on what you're doing up here. You can't let it corrupt you too much. Otherwise, I feel like you kind of lose your integrity in your career and your work. And I don't want to do that ever. Gold mining is too important to me at this point to lose to a TV show, kind of in a way. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I want to transition a little bit here, and it was one of the great parts, I think, of the last time we spoke. And your mother was such an inspiration in your life, being a performer and a music teacher, and she really kind of planted a seed. And your other love, of course, is being an opera singer and aspiring to pursue your capabilities in the music industry and doing that endeavor. And what has happened since the last time we spoke? What did you do during sort of the off season, and what else have you done to continue to pursue that dream?
Well, I mean, I try as hard as I can to stay focused on singing in the off season, and it's pretty impossible up here with work and just work and and basically lack of audience, lack of infrastructure for classical music, but it's gotten harder to try to like have this duality of focus on two passions. But I think that I'm 26 and I don't really know how much longer I'll be involved in the gold mining industry, because I do have a secondary passion, or maybe like a primary passion, and like gold mining is my second passion. I'm not really sure which one. But it is I do feel like I'm split in half a lot of the time. Just in terms of like my love for music versus my love for being below the Arctic Circle in -20-degree weather and drilling into the ice or taking a boat out. It's a very odd set of loves that I'm kind of juggling up there.
Do you have a current mentor in the music aspect of this, like professionally, someone that's really kind of still there for you and helping you through, that development and growth as well?
Yeah, I'm still connected to the school that I got my bachelor's degree in music at, and they kind of tell me, they're like, if you stick to what you're doing and try to get money together, it might be a lot faster to get into the music industry if you have some funds together, as opposed to like working a menial wage job somewhere and trying to make it work that way. So they're kind of like, I'm like, oh, really? You actually support going and working as a gold miner? And I don't know, they definitely want people to be able to reach out to them. It's a weird world. I mean, I know that classical music doesn't have the strongest audience right now, and operatic performance is the best music in the world, but it has a hard time. People have a hard time connecting with it or being involved with it in the modern age. And I would love to see that change, but meantime, I'm going to try to do gold mining to pay the bills.
Well, I will tell you that you're the only opera singing gold hunter that I've spoken to. Just so we're clear, if there's any doubt, it is only Emily Riedel.
You might be able to find enough. Come on.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe I haven't asked around enough. I might be rolling in the wrong circles.
Probably. If you put like a Craigslist ad out, you'd probably find one.
It might be a little bit warm right now to be gold mining down here, but then again, I guess they do that in the Caribbean and some of the other areas. So I guess there's the other side of that, the warm divers. Maybe there's an opera singer amongst them I haven't found yet.
Yeah, treasure diving.
Yeah.
Maybe that's my next career, treasure diving.
Yeah, just transition to warmer climate.
Warm water. That would not be a bad idea.
Folks, if you haven't caught it yet, it's called Bering Sea Gold. It airs on Fridays at 10 p.m. here Eastern Time. It's on Discovery Channel. Check your local listings. Make sure you can tune in and catch it. And it is an extremely exhilarating show with a lot of dynamics. And Emily is definitely one of the characters that you'll come away with never forgetting, because you will not find very many that are juggling as many balls in the air as she is. And then when you find out the backstory that she's also got this amazing pursuit and a talent as an opera singer, it really just makes for an extraordinary. You know what you got to do, Emily? I know I'll give you a third task. You got to start. You keep a journal or something. You got to start writing this down. Where's the novel? This is a book. There's got to be an autobiography or something coming in the works here. We got to figure out somebody to start following you around taking notes, because those two dynamics alone just beg to be put to paper.
Yeah, I've been journaling for years. I'm slapping it all in a book someday for sure. I mean, it's just too weird not to put down in writing somewhere. So yeah. That's definitely the plan. The next task to juggle.
So how much longer will you be up north in the great white north, as some the frozen Arctic there, before you be able to come back to some warmer civilization?
Some warm civilization. Well, we're doing the ice mining season right now, and we're shivering up here and trying to keep all of our equipment warm and working. And then I'll get a couple week break before I have to begin the summer mining season proper. So I'm gonna be up north for quite a while. This is the beginning of a long season in Nome. So, but I'm excited. I keep on. I might have been. I was a little bit burnt out, maybe perhaps after the end of the fourth season. Just kind of looking for something new, looking for a new way to operate. New grounds, the boat needs a lot of improvements and that sort of thing. But it's the thing about Nome is that you just can't get bored at your job up here. It's always something new, always something completely unexpected, and unexpected opportunities, unexpected failures, all sorts of opportunities constantly happening here in terms of gold mining. So that keeps my head in the game.
Well, it's definitely an exhilarating show, definitely a very interesting show, and I definitely would recommend it, folks. Bering Sea Gold, Discovery Channel on Fridays. We've been talking to Emily Riedel. So thank you again, Emily, for fitting us into your busy schedule. I appreciate it so much.
Well, I'd love to talk to you, Brandon, and thanks for having me. I hope to talk to you again soon.